So, on the 21st of September, you had no contact with Callum Logan until he called at your home?
Yeah, he came round that night. He was mouthing off, as usual. He wanted to see Max.
And what did you say?
We told him to do one.
We being you and your wife?
Yeah.
And then what happened?
He did one.
Just like that?
It's not bad. Can you do Frank Spencer and all?
I'm glad you're finding this amusing, Mr. Platt. I'm not sure that I would if I were in your shoes. Especially since our initial findings seem to indicate that Callum Logan died from a head trauma on the night that you saw him.
Yeah, well, he weren't dead when he left, were he?
So how did he seem to you that night?
Angry, on edge, but sadly surprising, I suppose.
Why?
Well, he was on bail for GBH, for one thing. And he had a bit of a run-in with some guy, Benton, or Denton. So, actually, you might want to have a word with him.
Yeah, we intend to. So would it be accurate to assume that you and Callum weren't exactly close?
What do you think? I mean, he got my wife hooked up on drugs. He messed around with my sister, you know, tried to take my son off me.
Well, you say your son, but he was, in fact, the boy's biological father.
I'm Max's dad, all right? Not him. I mean, he was nothing more than a lying scumbag. And actually, do you know what? I'm glad he's dead. But it doesn't mean I killed him.
I never said it did, Mr. Platt. Hardly a ringing endorsement, though, especially with your history of violent conduct. And not only did you have a grievance against Callum Logan for the way that he treated you, but also for the way that he treated your wife, stepson, and your sister. You know, and the thing I can't quite figure out is, even though your sister was of the opinion that you would do anything to protect your family, she, your mother, and your wife especially seemed very insistent that despite all evidence to the contrary, there's no way that you could have killed Callum.
So, what?
So, when someone's that certain, especially when all the facts are staring them and everyone else in the face, I start to think someone's lying. You know, the question is who?
There was loads of people who hated Callum, all right? Like that Denton bloke I told you about or whatever.
Trouble is, as far as I'm aware, he did not have access to your house.
No, he didn't, but other people did.
Or other people who had a grudge against Callum?
Yeah.
Like who? Like who, Mr. Platt?
Like Jason Grimshaw.
So you didn't know what had happened to Callum Logan or where he was?
Do you think I'd stay in that house if I had?
You said that you were relieved that he was out of your lives.
I don't like to speak ill of the dead, but he was a vicious, spiteful